welcome to week 2 of the Courageous Warrior Coalition Yoga Academy. I'm Gina, and today we're going to go over 3 portions of the Journey into Power sequence. We're going to go over first grounding, then igniting, then stability, and we'll finish it up with a short practice incorporating those parts of the section. But we're going to start off and warm up with some sun salutations just to get our body moving and flexible, ready to go. So on your mat, into child's pose, please. And you might remember from last week, just put in your breath and your gaze right away. Ujjayi breath in through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Downward facing dog. Take whatever movement here in your first down dog. If you need to pedal or sway, get the body moving, warmed up. Press down into your big toe mounds. Press your heels towards the mat. But be generous in bending your knees. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Walk or jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over. Press down into your feet, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Add a little push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Spread your fingers wide on your mat. Breathe out. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Walk or jump forward. Bring the feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold over. Root down to rise up, extended mountain. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Jump forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Breathe out, fold. Thunderbolt, chair pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Step your right foot to your right hand, warrior one. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left side, warrior one, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Soften your elbows. Soften your knees. One more, breathe in. Breathe out. Step or jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over. Last warm up, thunderbolt. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Right side, warrior one. Inhale to come up. Exhale to go down, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left side, warrior one. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Now we're going to go into our practice right now of breaking down the poses. The first one we're breaking down is the grounding sequence. So from your down dog, you can go right into triangle. So step your right foot to your right hand. So the right foot's on 12 o'clock, left foot at a 45-degree angle, and then straighten your right leg. Bring your left arm up. And the intention of the grounding sequence is grounding. So you want to have 3 points of contact with the ground. Obviously your 2 feet, and then your hand. So if your hand can't really touch the floor without getting a little wonky in the upper body, grab a block or a water bottle, a book, something you can lean on, and place it just so your fingertips touch the object on the outside of your right foot, and then gives you space to expand the upper body, maybe even back bend a little bit. Inhale, come up. And the next one is side facing wide leg forward fold, so pigeon toe your feet slightly. You could do them sort of at 12 o'clock, but find, especially if you have tight hips, it's easier to bend your knees and get down further if you do a pigeon toe. And then from here, you want to either do hands on hips or bind behind your back, because we're prepping ourselves for the next part of the sequence, which is igniting, and that's where all our back bending happens. So I always start usually with hands on hips, and just bend forward. And you can bend your knees as much as you need to here. Send your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Set your drishti gaze straight behind you. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, namaste, front facing forward fold or pyramid pose. you might know it as. So I'll show you this way first. And once again, ground 4 corners of both feet down into the mat. So that might mean adjusting your feet front to back or side to side. You want to be firmly grounded in your feet. And then once again, grabbing your hands, either namaste hands or grabbing your wrists, or you can use a strap here, grab opposite elbows, whatever bind is good for you. Or you can just do hands on hips. You're going to bend forward towards your right leg. You want to be so grounded in your feet that you can lift and spread all 10 toes. And you want to send both hips straight back behind you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, twisting triangle. So if you need a block, again, grab it, or any type of support here. Left hand down. Right arm up. The way to really integrate your shoulder in this pose and get a twist from your ribs is to bring your arm straight out to the side, then bring your shoulder back into the socket, and then go up. Pressing your hips straight back. Sending your gaze over your top shoulder, top hand. Breathe in. Breathe out, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we're going to do the same sequence on the left side. Left foot forward for triangle. Right foot now at a 45-degree angle. Reach up to look up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Twist a little more from your low ribs. Inhale, send the crown of your head towards the front of the room. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come up. Exhale, side facing wide leg forward fold on this side. You can alternate your bind here. You can do the same one you did before, or try something new. You have your arms, your hands clasped, or some sort of bind. Really try to give yourself a good shoulder rinse by bringing your hands away from your back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, namaste, front facing forward fold. Turn your feet to face 12 o'clock. The back foot can be slightly at an angle, maybe 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Once again, rounding down all 4 corners of your feet. And then bending towards your left leg with a bind. If you feel your hips coming out of alignment a little bit, if you feel the left hip pushing forward, you could just give yourself an assist, a self-assist, pressing the left hip back and bringing the right hip forward. So if we were in a studio, you might get an assist, or maybe before COVID, you would get an assist. So now, to do this assist yourself, just press the right hip forward, the left hip back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, twisting triangle. Again, integrate the arm, and then twist. Here you can see my back foot's coming off a little bit off the mat. I'm going to adjust it just by bringing it forward. So I'm grounded in both feet. Breathe in. Breathe out, twist. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, come to high plank, so on your toes. And exhale, slowly lower your body to your mat. Now we're going to go into the next part of the sequence, which is igniting. And igniting is really the peak of the practice. It is the part of the practice where we get a lot of the back bending in. And it's really also the part where you might have to reconnect to your ujjayi breath. So, starting off with igniting with locust pose. Locust, you're laying on your belly, hands to your side, palms down, feet flexed. You're gonna press into your legs to lift your chest up off the mat. Your gaze should be directly down in front of you or maybe slightly forward, but you don't want to crane your neck up because that'll hurt your neck. And then press the C7, part of your vertebrae right here, base of your neck. I'm going to press that up towards the ceiling. And come down. And then we get to do it again. So go up, locust pose. If you need to realign your shoulders, bring your shoulders up to your ears, and then your shoulder blades straight up towards the ceiling. See if that gives you more space to lift up. Come down. Next is floor bow. Grab both ankles or just one ankle. We'll do it first with just one ankle. Show you. And you want to grab the outside of your ankles here. So whatever version you're taking, grab the outside of your ankles. And then if you're only going to do one, you put your arm straight in front of you, or you can lay it in front of you on your mat, but you don't want to really press up with your arm. You want to use your legs to lift you up. So go up, floor bow. Press your heels toward the ceiling, shin straight back, and come down. Floor bow number 2, and I'll do both this time. Be a little longer to get to the full one here. There we go. And you're gonna press your thoracic spine towards your chest, the center of the back towards the chest. Lift up. Look straight forward. And come down. And you can take a cheek here, take a few breaths. And then move your hands to your low ribs. Right here on your mat. Look straight forward for upward facing dog. Once again, pressing into the tops of your feet. You can bend your elbows a little bit if you want. That was sort of a life changer for me, is that you feel like you're too rigid in the upper part of your body, too much steer out. You can soften your elbows. And you can even sway your hips. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Next, camel pose. Come to your knees. Flex your toes under, curl your toes under. And camel is all about the legs. So you really want to use your legs to bring you back rather than reaching back like this. You can hurt your low back that way. You want to use your legs to bring you back. So you're going to first alignment in the upper body, shoulders up to your ears, and then straight back, shoulder blades coming towards the spine. That should help you come to reach your ankles a little easier. And then you're going to press into the front of your thighs to bring you back. Take the low back out of it. And then from here, open up, drop your head. A more advanced version of this pose would be to uncurl your toes. And then the same way you went into it, you want to come out of it to protect your low back. So press as hard as you can into your front of your thighs to come up. That was camel number 1. Now camel number 2, I'll give you a variation of that. If you cannot get back to your ankles yet, you can just support your low back with your hands and lean back for camel number 2. And keep your hips over your knees. You don't want to extend too far back, come out of alignment. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, press into your legs, come up. Exhale, bring your legs through to your back for bridge pose. Bridge is great for your low back, especially with low back pain. So you want your feet about hip width apart, feet on 12 o'clock, and spread your toes, lift your toes, press into your big toe mound and your heel. Lift your hips up off the ground. It's a bridge. And here you can put your arms to the side, spread your fingers wide, or you can put them under you. Give a little tug on your hands, lift your hips up. You want to keep your arms active though in this pose. So whatever you need to do. And come down. Just to give you a variation of that, if you need a little extra support, you can grab your block or your pillow or whatever you have. Put that under your low back for supported bridge. Still staying really active and grounded in your feet. Eyes are open. Gaze is at the ceiling or at the sky. And come down. And the next pose is a transition in from bridge into wheel pose. And wheel pose is a little bit of an advanced pose. It took me a long time, actually, probably about a year and a half to 2 years to be able to get into a full wheel. So there's different levels you can take of wheel. So you can always just do bridge. If the instructor calls wheel, you can just do bridge. But I encourage you to at least try wheel, even if you only get into wheel prep or last a few seconds in the wheel. And then you can always finish out the pose in bridge. But from bridge pose, bring your feet close to your butt. Once again on 12 o'clock. And then your hands, we're going to go with your fingertips facing behind you. And you're going to press into your hands. So this is wheel prep. And just come onto the crown of your head. That's wheel prep. Maybe you can only go that far, that's fine. And then full wheel pose is to press up and lift your chest back to the wall or room behind you. Pressing into your feet. And then tuck your chin to come down. That was wheel pose. We usually do 6 of those in Journey into Power and Baptiste Yoga. I should take my hair out, sometimes it gets stuck. So I'm not going to make you do all of those today because we're going to do a short practice after this as well, but we're going to do a couple more. So either bridge or bridge into wheel, go up. Look behind you. Spread your fingers wide, spread your toes wide. And come down, tuck, come down. And we'll do one more. I'm gonna go from bridge to wheel prep, all the way up to wheel to kind of show you once again. Bridge pose. You go into your wheel however you need to. Wheel prep, wheel pose. Few more breaths, you got this. Tuck your chin, and come down on your back. And resist the urge to bring your knees into your chest. That's really a shock to your spine. So instead, go to Supta Baddha Konasana. So here your feet, your soles of your feet are touching. Your knees are out to the side like a butterfly. And then your hand on your heart, maybe one on your belly. Feel the breath you created. And just take some breaths here. Once again, your gaze is up towards the ceiling of the sky. And then from here, we're going to go into dead bug pose. Also similar to happy baby, except happy baby is a little wider stance and a little more rocking and rolling. So grab your feet and press them up towards the ceiling. If you find that your hips are coming far off the mat when you do this, then maybe don't grab your feet. Maybe just grab your shins or your ankles so you can press your hips down towards the floor. And then if you want to take happy baby from here a little bit, or stretch, you can grab your big toes or your feet, stretch out. And then release. And the next section, and the last one, we're right on time. Last one we'll go over today is stability. So stability is all of using your core, your mula bandha, your core muscles to move through the practice. And I really find what upper body position is comfortable for you, but you're going to want to get your upper body, your shoulders off of the mat. So we go right into the sequence, right from dead bug. We'll go into stability, and this is our legs. So we're here, release our feet, come down. And then from here, you can put your hand behind your head if you just want to just like do a cupping. So your elbows are out and your shoulders are open. Or you can just lift your shoulders off the ground and put your hands to the side, whatever you find more comfortable. And lift your right leg. We'll start with the right. Your left leg is straight out in front of you, that hover. And then we'll crunch up, tiny little pulses. Because we're already here, we're already off the ground. Using your core muscles, hugging in, skin to muscle to bone into center line. Crunch up to your right leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep going. If you find your elbows coming in, just bring them back, spread out, and one more. And then, it's hard to teach and do that. I give fitness instructors credit to do that regularly. And next we're going to go into 30, 60, 90 leg lift. So we're already here. Bring your feet all the way up, down 30 degrees, another 30 degrees to a hover, about a few inches off the mat. Look at your toes, hug in. And then bring your knees into your chest. And set up for abdominal twists. So abdominal twists are similar to bicycles, except instead of bringing your elbow to your knee, opposite knee, you're really bringing your armpit to your opposite knee. Once again, keeping your upper body open, your chest open. Also, be mindful of bringing your knee just as far as your hip. So you don't need to bring your knee all the way back to your chest. You just want to, it's actually harder, but it works the core more. Just to keep your knee lined up with your hip. So it doesn't really matter what side, whatever side you want to start on, opposite armpit to opposite knee. For 10, keep the elbows back, 9, 8, 7, knees over hips, 6, 5, 4, don't rush it, 3, 2, 1. And then from here, go into boat pose. So trying to keep as little rocking and rolling out of it as possible, pressing into your sits bones, your tailbone, You're gonna press down to the mat and come up to boat. Boat pose. Press your thoracic spine towards your chest, hands to your sides. And the variations of this include holding your legs, so you can put your hands underneath your thighs, hugging in, still skin to muscle to bone. Or you can actually drop your feet all the way down, just put your heels on the floor, using your core muscles to bring you up. You can go back and forth between those and come down. And that is stability. So we made it through all parts of the sequence today. Now we'll take a little bit of what we learned last week and a little bit of what we learned today. We're not going to do an entire practice, but we'll take a few of those poses from each of those sequences we learned in the last 2 weeks, and we'll do a short practice. So we need to grab a drink of water, do that. And we will meet in child's pose. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Walk your feet to your hands for ragdoll. And ground down your feet. Add softness to your joints. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring your feet together. Big toe mounds touching. Rise up, extended mountain. Breathe in. Breathe out, hands to heart center. Gaze over your middle fingers. Inhale for 3 ohms. Oh. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale out completely. Step or jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over. Extended mountain. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Jump forward. Halfway lift. Fold over. Thunderbolt. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left side warrior one. Chaturanga. One breath, one movement, low, up dog, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. One more, inhale deeply, ujjayi breath. Exhale out completely, ujjayi breath. Step or jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Thunderbolt. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Right side, warrior one. Breathe in, look up to come up. Look down, plant your hands, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Go on the left side. Warrior one. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Raise your right leg. Stack your hips. Stay here or flip your dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, side plank. Pit of your belly towards your belly, towards your spine, your pelvis up towards your belly button. Breathe in. Breathe out, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Raise your left leg. Open up. Stay here, flip. Reach back, someplace new. Put your drishti, your gaze on where you want to go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, side plank. The variation, modification here. Press to your heels. Breathe in. Breathe out, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, crescent lunge on the right side. Bring your right foot to your right hand. Press into your back leg to soften your right knee. Come forward even more. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale out completely. And then twist to your right. Choose your form of expression here. Talked a little bit about that last time. Warrior two. Breathe in, bring the crown of your head toward the ceiling. Lengthen your spine. Breathe out, extended side angle. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out, chaturanga. Breathe in, up dog. Breathe out, down dog. Left side, crescent lunge. Again, another variation is put your knee down, right knee down. You do cactus arms. Gaze is right in front of you. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale out completely. Twist to the left. Inhale, warrior two. Breathe in. Breathe out, extended side angle. Breathe in. Breathe out, chaturanga. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Empty out completely, then jump forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Breathe out, fold. Thunderbolt. Press into your heels. Breathe in, hands to heart center. Breathe out. Twist to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Breathe in. Breathe out, fold. Fingers to toes, forward fold. Palms to toes, forward fold. Slide your hands under your feet. And then lean forward onto your big toe mounds. Send your tailbone towards the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out. Crow pose or crow prep. So you can't quite get into crow yet. I suggest you to keep trying it, but you can also just place your hands on the mat, spread wide. Just try lifting the toe. If you come out of it, back again. Breathe in. Breathe out, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, breathe in. Breathe out, fold. Extended mountain. Eagle on the right. Right arm under, right arm under, right leg over. Sit like you're in a chair. Gaze directly in front of you or slightly up. Switch sides. Try to face this way. Tadasana, hands to your center, mountain pose. And then you just grab your right knee or your right big toe for standing leg raise. And up to the right, look to the left. Remember that bowl of water, that's your pelvis. And bring it up so it doesn't spill out the front. Bring the front of the pelvis up towards the belly button. Come back to center. Airplane pose. Return to this one. Right leg up high, left leg generous bend in the knee. Half moon. Left hand down on a block. Right arm up. Flex your feet. And come up. Same on the left side. Standing leg raise on the left. Open up to the left, look to the right. Keep your knee about the same height as your hip. Come back to center. Airplane pose. Half moon. Need to come out. Let's go back in. And forward fold. Rise up into dancer on the right side. At the inner part of the ankle, your right foot. Dancer is a back bend. And switch sides. Some days, balance is just a struggle. And then come down, tree pose on the right. And switch sides. Once again, you can choose whatever expression you want in tree. Doesn't have to be the same one you do on the other side. Extended mountain pose. Forward folds. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Right side triangle pose. Here comes what we learned today. It's the practice. Again, the intention, the grounding part of the sequence is grounding. Intention is always whatever the name of the part of the sequence is named. Ground down into all four corners of your feet. Press into your feet so much that you come up from the pressing down. Side facing wide leg forward fold. Breathe in, come up. Namaste, front facing forward fold. Remember, bind your hands on hips. Prepping yourself for your back bending in the next part of the sequence of igniting. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, twisting triangle. Breathe in. Breathe out, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Inhale, bring your left foot to your left hand, triangle pose. Inhale, come up. Exhale, side facing, wide leg forward fold. Bind. Press into your feet. Come up. Namaste, front facing forward fold. Just turn your feet to face 12 o'clock. Press your hips straight back. Soften your neck. Breathe in, halfway left. Breathe out, twisting triangle. Once again, adjust your feet however you need to. You can ground down firmly, all four corners of both feet. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, twist. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Side plank. Lower elbow down. Locust pose, go up. Locust pose, come down. Floor bow, go up. Come down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Camel pose. Press into your legs, come up. Bring your legs through for bridge pose. And come down. Bridge or bridge to wheel, go up. And on the tapas, the heat, the fire here and igniting. Tuck your chin, come down. Last wheel of the day, unless you go off and do your own wheels, which sounds fabulous, but last one for this practice, go up, wheel pose. Tuck your chin, come down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Dead bug. Set up for stability. Hands behind your head or to your side. Chest open, drop your right leg. And crunch up 3 times towards your left leg. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. 3, 2, 1. Legs all the way up. Down 30. Another 30. To a hover. Set up for abdominal twists. Right armpit to right to left knee. For 8. Switch 7. Switch 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Boat pose. For 3, 2, 1, and come down to your back. And from here, let's take a quick inversion of your choice. So either hips on a block, waterfall pose, or a shoulder stand. Feet over your head. Whatever you choose, just press into your heels. If you're in shoulder stand and you want to go to plow, we'll go over these poses next week. But if you have regular practice and know what plow is, you can go to plow. Or into death man's pose. No, just keep your feet up. You can do this on a wall too, even easier. Just put your legs up on a wall. And come down slowly. Remove any props you have underneath of you. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. Shavasana. Final rest. Slowly roll over to your right side in fetal position. Come up to a seat with your eyes closed, facing your camera. Bring your hands to your heart. You can also have a soft gaze to the floor if you don't want to close your eyes. Breathe in for 3 ohms to close the practice. Inhale. Bring your hands to your thumb knuckles, press into your forehead center, and we bow together and say, Namaste. Thank you for joining me today, and we'll finish up the sequence next week in week 3 of the Yoga Academy.